This is our second workshop this year for the RISE project. We have started the first workshop last week with looking at the focus area of the RISE project. Today we will be looking at the research area of the RISE project, and we will continue in such a way over the next few weeks as well on the design, plan, act, and reflect. Today we will aim to speak about what is research and why is research necessary for your projects. We'll also look at, we will do two smaller groups today in breakout rooms to look at formulating clear research questions for your focus area and for your project. And then the second workshop will be on choosing the right research tools to answer your research questions. Depending on the time, we'll see if we can go on to the doing research ethically, and if not, we will give you that as something to think about after this workshop on your own. So just a reminder, in the first workshop that we ran last week, we looked at focus, which was answering the first question that for this part, at least for the first part of the project. So we looked at what is the focus for your RISE project and how does it link to your personal motivations. The project was to enable you to state your focus area in one statement. What is the focus area, where it is, and who are you working with? We looked at 3 examples last week, and we will continue to sort of develop these examples as we go into the workshops. So we looked at when was plastic pollution last week. So focus area was plastic pollution, which is the transformation. The project focus was the transformation of plastic waste to be used in some way, and where it was in the Philippines. The other example, we looked at mental health and how bullying affects mental health of teens. And that was looking in the school, assuming that I go to this school and this is where the project will be happening. And the third example we looked at was gender equality and looking at equal opportunities for female artists in computer game design. So those are the 3 examples that we used, and we will continue to use them throughout just to put things in context. And please feel free to take those examples and sort of reflect on how your project is and follow the same example. Today with the research, we will be looking at the second and third question. What did your research reveal about your project's focus area? And how did your research impact your thinking about your focus area? So this is what we'll be looking at today. I also, I know that some of you might already have an idea for their project or might have started working on their project. And some of you might not have an idea of your project. The aim of those workshops is to allow you to start thinking about it as well. So don't worry if you don't have a focus area, for example, ready today. Don't worry if you don't have research questions set and the way that you're looking for it. Today is really to get you to start thinking about it and share with the group your thinking. And if you do have those questions already, or these workshops have helped you to do that, please do share in those smaller groups your questions so that it kicks off the conversation and get some feedback from the peers that you will be working with today. And to start this conversation, I'll just pose this question and you can answer using the chat over here. What do you think about when you hear the word research? So translate this word into your own language as well, if you'd like. And what ideas come to your mind when you think of the word research? I'll bring some of the answers. So getting to know more about a particular field, gathering information, deep analysis of a topic, investigation, digging up helpful information, taking the time to take info about your chosen topic and learn more about it. Search for answers, questions, pros and cons and findings, studies, deeper knowledge and understanding of a particular topic, looking into the statistic and evidence to support your claims, These are amazing answers. Thank you. Collecting the data. What is the channel? Okay. To explore and gather information about a certain topic. Fantastic. Thank you for writing those answers down. So research, and this is just as a definition. This one out here. This is just as a definition. It's a creative and systematic work undertaken to increase the stock of knowledge that we have. And it's really about asking questions and trying to find answers for these questions that you have in order to help you understand the focus area that you're working on and what sort of a solution that you'd be working to produce, whether it's developing an app or whether it's starting a community or a YouTube channel, or how it should be also delivered to the people you're working with. So why is research important? Again, please do use the chat to drop a few thoughts. Why do you think research is important? In order to plan incorrect hypothesis, to deeply understand the subject. Backs up your ideas, or not sometimes. Pursuit of knowledge and understanding. Proper understanding, to form a proper understanding of a topic. So you're not spreading misinformation. Great answers. To solve the outcome and know deeply about something. It's important to know more about a topic and later apply it to what you want to do. To achieve the truth. To understand a certain topic in a deep manner. Fantastic answer, thanks. Help us understand where we can focus. Yeah. Backup ideas, help plan for the future. Again, really great answers that you are writing up here. So thank you very much for those answers. I hope we'll be using that also and sharing those ideas when we go into the smaller breakout rooms as well. So research is really important. It's necessary. It's a necessary step before taking or starting your project. It gives you a better understanding of what you and other people know and don't know about your focus area, what exists already before, so you don't have to reinvent what has been created. Or sometimes some things have been tested and working in other countries or in other contexts that you can also bring in and use in the context that you would be working with. It doesn't always have to be that you're inventing something completely new that doesn't exist before. So those are some of the points. It also helps you become more aware about the complexities and the interconnections that exist in the world. This understanding will really make your project and the design of the solution that you're working on a lot more impactful. So now that we have established what is research and why is research important, I want to introduce us to the first small group discussion that we would like to dive in this session. And the first one really is about how we formulate the questions for our focus area. And there's usually a main research question that we will start with, and then other secondary research questions that then will feed into and allow us to answer the main research question that we will be looking for. And I'll use an example that from the 3 examples that we had mentioned at the beginning of this call. So if we're looking at the equal opportunities for female computer designs, for example, my main research question over here would be, are there equal opportunities for female computer game designers, right? And in order for me to be able to say is yes or no, then I'll need to write secondary research questions that will help me get to answer this question. And secondary examples of secondary research questions could be, how many female computer game designers are working at main game design companies, for example? Or are female game designers paid the same as their male colleagues in those companies? Or also going to their education and what do aspiring female game designers think about the opportunities in their own education that will help them pursue this career. So there are different secondary questions that you can propose, and the answers to them will then help you to form your answer for the main research question that you'll be working on. So when you're working on your RISE project, thinking about the main research question, and you can have one or two, and then for each one, you'll need to have secondary research questions that then help you to answer your main questions. Thinking about, for example, also the how can the bullying at school example that we were saying, how bullying affects mental health of teens, and questions like how many bullying incidents are being reported? Is there a reporting system for it? Is this happening within a certain gender? Is it happening in a certain class? And that will help you then answer and design the solution that you want to do later for your project. But this is to understand the magnitude of the problem and how then you can design a specific solution for it.